It's Pat and JT, where we eventually come onto our weekly Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter live. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not, make sure you check us out every Friday online or get your podcast.
It took us a minute today. And Samantha, happy Friday. Thank you. Appreciate that. And thank you for being there. But yeah, we had a lot of fun last night out at Hell Varsity Club. And if you haven't been out yet, come on out. We're going to be out there. I'm not really sure how the schedule is going to go. We're still kind of working on that, but we're going to be out there every week, at least once. And then we'll have more things that are going to be added to the agenda as we move forward. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. It's super fun. The food is so good. It's like I've been trying to over the last few months eat as healthy as possible and like just veggies and little meals, whatever. And then it's like, nope, sorry, that's all out the window because
I had the brunch burger the other day, which is that Wagyu beef, and then it's got a fried egg on it. And it was lunch and dinner.
Yeah,
it was huge and delicious. Really good. But yeah, I haven't even scratched the surface of getting through the menu yet. As a matter of, and the menu's constantly evolving. So, if you really like something, let somebody know, because let them know this is really good. Don't take this off, because they're just kind of trying things out and they don't want to have 9 million options. They're just trying to find the best fit. But everything so far has been a home run as far as I'm concerned. But it was a lot of fun. So anywho, yeah, happy Friday. Jillian, good morning. Thank you for popping in also.
We got a text message yesterday at 402-403-9478. One of many, but this one specifically says it was about naming our cars.
Oh,
LJ, she said, I always name my car. The only time I didn't, that car died within 9 months. The current ride, this is funny. The current ride is Flash Drive. That's the name. Flash Drive is the name of her car. That's awesome. It's a great name.
The name again?
Flash Drive.
Oh, Flash Drive. Oh my God. That's great. Yeah, I had one friend. She had a little Maverick and it was named Jeff. And then she had a Cordoba once, and that was Corby.
Yeah.
I never named my cars.
I love naming things. Like we name we haven't named our house, but we've named previous homes. And we're actually right now trying to figure out, we just got a tree planted a couple weeks ago and we named the tree. So that's a hard I came up with, and I love this one, Teresa.
Oh God.
Because it's a tree. Beth shot that down quickly. I was surprised. Because I like, it's a great name.
I don't know if we need to name the trees.
Well, it's just fun. I don't know.
I will say this though, this summer, or this spring, I should say, has been really prolific in the backyard, because every one of my trees, except for one, had a robin's nest in it, and all the babies are gone now. So yeah, there was like lots of little babies, and you could see them in the branches and the little birds' nests that were up in there. And I walked around, I'm like, oh my God, I've got one in every tree, except I've got 5 trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees. So had 4 nests. And then yesterday when I went to go take a peek, because every time you walk out, all their little heads are popped up and their mouths are open and they're waiting for mama to get back, and no babies. So they all flew the coop.
They're empty nesters as well.
The nest is empty. Yes, it's
very empty.
So all the birdies have taken off, but yeah, that was kind of cool. I like that. Cool. All right. So I have for you a couple of stories. Actually, I was trying to decide which one I wanted to grab first. And I think the one we're going to go with is going to be this little survey that was done. You get delivery food? Do I know?
No. Oh, delivery food. Yeah, we don't, but they DoorDash.
Like Uber drivers.
Yep.
DoorDash, just to name a few. I mean, all of them. Well, apparently there was a poll that was taken right at the end of the month of so just in the last 3 or 4 days it was released, and you may want to go start picking up your food instead of having it delivered, because according to this poll that came out, 80% of delivery drivers admit to eating some of the food on their way to your house.
80%?
Those are the ones that admit it.
What? That's surprising.
So
it surprises me, because the couple times that I've done like curbside pickup or gone in, like ordered online and picked it up, it's been like there's a sticker on there that this was sealed by whatever, and it's folded over, and like they would I suppose they could get past that, but that's shocking 80%.
Well, do you wonder if they have to put the sticker on or does someone else put it on? Like, did they leave with a roll of stickers
Maybe. Hey,
and
that's
seal up
it.
your food
Yeah,
after they get there?
that's hilarious. Yeah.
But it doesn't stop there. 25% confessed to actually hooking up with somebody in their vehicle. Yes. There are even those that confess to damaging packages on purpose, stealing part of the food, opening and resealing packages. 17% said they actually did that. So there, that answers that question.
Okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I've
And
had that thought in my head before as working at a restaurant or something. I've never worked in food service, but I always thought, because I don't know, I'm a germaphobe with some things, but other things I'm not a germaphobe. Like I'll share food, whatever, fork, knife, it doesn't matter. But so I've often thought, like, if somebody doesn't eat something on their plate, like if it's like they don't even touch their fries or their steak is half gone, like why I wouldn't have a problem like cutting off the bite side and like getting rid of that, or taking fries if there's some left over, or if there's a pizza is left over and there's 2 slices left, like why not just take it, eat it?
so, okay, so let me ask you this. So you're leaving the hotel and somebody just got done with room service and they set their food out in the hallway. There's a half a steak sitting there.
I wouldn't do that because you never know how long it was in the room.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's the difference.
Yeah. That I have not a total trash bag.
But if your waiter lights up when he sees you left half your food and you don't want it to go box, somebody just got dinner.
Yep. Yep. I bet I'd like to survey people that have worked in the food industry, just like this survey for Uber drivers or whatever, and see how many of them have done that.
I'm curious and I'm interested. Well, in this particular instance, they said they were polling delivery workers across the board. So it was there was over 500 delivery drivers that were actually surveyed for this. And there were other things that were also, I guess, came out in this survey, but primarily that's the one that everybody just kind of was like, you got to be kidding me. 80% admit to eating some of the food in the orders that they're delivering.
And then when the hookup part thing, like they were hooking up like on while they're delivering, like, or in that
that's
car.
what they don't make that real clear. They also said that there's about 10% that don't stop somewhere to go to the restroom. They actually have a bottle in their car to use the bathroom. Why not? I don't know, because you're going to go back to the restaurant to pick up more food, right? Or when you stop at the restaurant, can't you run in real quick?
Yeah. Or I mean, I've peed in a bottle before on a road trip, like on the interstate or whatever. It's happened, but it's like you're in town. You could go to Casey's. There's come and go. There's whatever. Just go pee.
Just go somewhere.
That's
it's only 10%, so it's not so bad, I guess. But anyway, so I just thought I'd throw that one out there. And by the way, good. Kevin had a great idea for the name for your tree, Timber.
Ooh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But Nikki thought maybe we don't need to name trees is funny. So let's just leave it there. Okay. I know, Jillian, you just ruined DoorDash for me. I'm going to say that they didn't talk to anybody in Omaha. I'm going to say we're good. I've always had really good delivery drivers. And one of the things on the survey too is about bad tips and people not answering their door when they left the food or using their Ring cameras, the videos of whatever happened on social media, because they don't really get permission from the people who are coming, although it's on private property, but using some of the videos of the delivery drivers, if they don't do a good job,
then do a freaking good job.
And
I would do that all day long. If somebody like UPS guy, whatever, throws a package or somebody, you can see them eating I fry 100% that's going online in 10 seconds.
I know it's funny because I have seen a couple of the drivers when they come up and instead of just setting something on the top step, they just kind of toss it up from the bottom and then take a picture. And it is just like the laziest move because it's just like this tossing the softball.
Yeah.
Okay, throw that up there, take a picture, moving on. Then you have others that come up the steps and place it right next to the door. Yeah. I like when I'm home and I'm standing in the front window and I'm just like, really? You just threw that up on the steps?
I would assume all the time that there's a camera everywhere. If I had
everywhere,
they probably just forget it, get camera, whatever, numb, so they don't even think about it anymore. But you just assume no matter where you go, no matter what you're doing, there's a camera on you.
There's always a camera. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so another one for you. Just saw this the other day. Justin Timberlake in the news. He sold his music catalog. And this just came out like 2 days ago. He sold his entire music catalog for like $100 million.
Wow. To who? What'd it say?
It's to a company that it's like an investment firm, who bought it. I think it's called, I can't remember the name of it. Something it is an investment firm though that bought it. So they have full ownership. It's about 200 songs. All the solo tracks, some NSYNC songs, but anything that he wrote in particular is on that, and then there's some other in there as well, but over $100 million. That though has been kind of like the standard for a lot of musicians lately. I mean, you remember back when what am I trying to say? Michael Jackson did that, right? And he sold his whole, and everybody's like, why would you do something like that? And he also didn't he buy somebody's too at one
I think he
time?
bought the Beatles. Didn't he buy the Beatles?
And I
Or
think he had to sell some because he had to pay all his debts or something like that. I'm not
yeah,
really sure how that worked, but some other ones that have done the same thing, the same company actually, I think that bought that also, that bought Timberlake's, bought 80% interest in Kenny Chesney's royalties about 2 or 3 months ago. And they also are working on a deal to buy Leonard Cohen's songwriting catalog, or else that just happened. Bruce Springsteen sold his music catalog last December for $550 million.
jeez.
And Tina Turner sold hers last October for $50 million.
Yeah, well, I mean, these people have so much money anyway. At what point just stacking another 100 million on? It's not a big deal, and then they don't have to worry about managing. They don't have to worry about like you own it, you whatever. I'll go perform it, and they don't have to worry about it.
And I think he put out a post about it and just said he's looking forward to the next chapter. So he's probably looking at, I mean, my God, he's been doing everything besides singing,
Yeah,
acting, everything else. So why not? But who knows? But I thought that was kind of interesting
yeah, that
too.
is interesting.
And then another one for you. Have you ever seen a TV show on Reels that's called, I think it's called Autopsy?
There was a show a long time ago called The Autopsy, and I don't remember if it was like an actual like a show where they showed things about an autopsy. I think that's what it was. They're like stories, and then they kind of went through the autopsy.
This one, it focuses more on more famous people. So it's Autopsy, the last hours of ...
Oh, I actually, yes, I have. Well, I think so.
You think it wouldn't surprise me because it's been around a while. Because I think
Yeah.
they said even that Reels has released a statement because, and I'll tell you who this is in just a minute, but somebody has been tweeting and they're upset that they're going to be featuring one of their family members, a family member, on an upcoming episode, and said that they responsibly explore the circumstances of the passing of well-known and genuinely loved celebrities who the public care about immensely. And they went on to talk about generating much feedback from their viewers, ranging from medical professionals who praise the accuracy of the show, fans that tell us it provides closure, or that they've maybe become more proactive for the benefit of their own health once they gained a different perspective. And some of the passings of certain celebrities that have brought things to the forefront. They mentioned Karen Carpenter, who brought anorexia to the public consciousness, Prince, the opioid epidemic, and Luke Perry, the bringing the attention to strokes that affect people of all ages, which, by the way, can I just point out, I forgot he was gone.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, he just died like 2 or 3 years ago.
I randomly thought about him, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I saw something, and then I saw Jenny Garth that posted something, and I was just thinking about that, and yeah, I had forgotten that he was passed as well.
Totally forgot that. And so anyway, this is all about an upcoming episode, which is about Eddie Van Halen. And his son, Wolfgang, posted an angry post, and understandable. I mean, that's hard regardless, because he just passed away less than 2 years ago from cancer, Eddie Van Halen. So his dad. And so he posted something. He was really upset, and he's pissed off at anybody that works there or anybody that might watch it. And even Valerie Bertinelli, his mom, had posted something about how disgusting this is. And I do get it, why they're upset, because I think as a family member it'd be really hard. But then I do see their other side too, because for some people that might be the way they learn about things, like Patrick Swayze and pancreatic cancer.
Mm-hmm.
That was so it was just like we got ambushed by that. Like, wait, what? Because that hadn't been something that people thought about before.
It does seem a little odd to do like something on him on this Eddie Van Halen one, because it was cancer. It was maybe it wasn't like a super unique kind of cancer. I'm super fascinated in the last hours or days of someone's life that that's famous, and that if it was like not scandalous, but something happened weird, or
yeah,
that's kind of interesting.
I think where they're upset, where some of this comes from, because one of the lines that was in the story was something about the kind of and I don't know what kind of cancer he had, and to be honest, I could probably look it up and find it, but it did say that if found early enough, is really easily treatable.
Mm.
And so that kind of makes it sound like, oh, it was your fault because you didn't, you know what I mean? I can kind of see that, but you're right. There are some shows like The Last 24 or something like that of maybe notorious people who got killed or died or something like that, and kind of finding out what their last hours were like is kind of
It is
interesting.
fascinating.
Yes, indeed. So there's that. So I think other than that, I don't know. The only other story that I saw that kind of grabbed my attention this last week was back to Will Smith and Chris Rock. Vivica Fox speaking up. She was on the Wendy Williams show. You know, where they probe. But she had worked with both Will Smith and Jada Pinkett before. So, and she loves the family, but she kind of came at Jada. So I'm waiting to see what Jada's response is going to be. But said that for Jada not taking any responsibility for what went down, because her husband basically, well, we all remember the look that she gave him before he went up on stage, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So there was definitely some defending your honor kind of energy when he walked up on stage.
Yeah.
But he basically assaulted Chris Rock. So
and so she thinks that, I mean, the look, obviously we know we've all seen a look like that before, but apparently that gets followed up with other things at home. So when he sees that look, he's like, I better take care of some business. But like saying she needs to take some responsibility for it. It's like, I don't think so. He's an adult man. He didn't have to do that.
Oh, I think Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, well, yeah, that there is that for sure. Just terrified.
Yeah, I think so. Even though she's little, she's mighty. Apparently. And she's got a wicked tongue, man. She's sharp. She can get real pointed. So anyway, so there was that. Saw some pictures of the Jubilee over for the
Is that over now?
I think they're still doing some more stuff today. I don't know. There was an announcement that Prince Andrew couldn't attend because he tested positive for COVID. And then there was a meme of of the Queen, and she had a pen in her hand and she was writing something. And then they took a picture of what she was writing. It was a COVID test, and she was drawing in a line to make it positive.
That's funny.
It was like, oh yeah, he's invited, but oh darn, he tested positive.
Well, we all know what's going on with him and what he's a dirtbag and all this stuff. I would think as the family, you'd be like, he's not invited because he's a slime ball. Why would
Mom keeps inviting him?
Like, dude.
Yeah, the Queen keeps inviting him. That's her favorite, and I'm sure it was probably devastating for her when all the news came out about what went down, and she keeps trying to incorporate him back into things, and it's like everybody's like, ew.
Yeah, like, mother, don't you see what's on in the news, what he did? Like, why would you still want that guy around? Your son or daughter, whatever, or not, doesn't matter.
Yeah. So she must have kind of decided to cave just a little bit, but she was going to do it on her own terms. So she gave him a positive COVID test, so he didn't have to attend.
That's so fun. That's great. Hilarious.
But yeah, the pageantry is something else, and all the I gotta think Kate and Will's kids, they looked adorable. They were all three were there, and I think Megan's there too with Harry somewhere. I think there were some pictures of her and him. They're not paying as much attention to them as you would expect. I think they're kind of like, okay, whatever, go over there. Yeah, we're gonna watch Kate and Will.
I think people are, over the royals. I know some people are fans, but I think
it is kind of cool though that the Queen's got 70 years, and again, we're gonna say the joke, 70 years on the throne.
Yeah, I know it is. I mean, it is pretty cool. I guess I think it's cool.
Yeah. So anywho, so what are you guys up to this weekend?
We're still empty nesters, so we don't know anything. Like, we have nothing planned, and that's new. No kids around, so I don't know.
Come to the Bloody Mary Fest on Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Actually, we talked about that. We did talk about that. We might go to a Storm Chasers game on Saturday, maybe. But yeah, the Bloody Mary for sure on the table for Sunday.
Sunday noon to 3. Just shameless plug. I don't care. But it's a fundraiser for a good cause. But also, there's 15 different kinds of Bloody Marys that will be there for your tasting.
Yeah, that's a delight.
Exactly. And Hale Varsity Club has a table. So,
whoop!
I'm exciting.
And speaking of the empty nester dealie, Sophia on Thursday. What's today? I keep with a short week. I keep thinking today is Thursday. Today's Friday. On Wednesday, Sophia, she's on vacation on the East Coast, took surfing lessons. Her and two of her friends. I mean, that came out of left field, and she loved it. And got video of her standing up, getting up, and
what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty unbelievable. Like
yeah. Oh my gosh, that's I don't know if I would do that.
Mm-mm.
I don't mind the ocean. I'm not gonna swim in the ocean. I might just kind of like get my feet maybe up to my knees.
I'm good if you can see the bottom. I'm good if you can see the bottom. Like I'm okay if you can see. Like in Cancun, I'm fine with going up to whatever my neck, my. But yeah, not surfing.
That's great. Well, good for her.
Yeah, she's trying it all.
There you go. Yeah. So we're about 2 weeks out from Father's Day, guys. Just a reminder.
That's right.
And you still have, and I'm just going to throw this out there just as a reminder, Omaha Steaks still has their deal going on, which Pat likes a lot because it's called Dad's Want Steak. And you can save a ton of money if you get it ordered now. And by the 14th, if you get it ordered by the 14th, it will be at your door in time for Father's Day festivities.
And I'm right now on omahasteaks.com and I'm typing in Pat in the search bar, and you scroll down, there's a Pat and JT thing, and it takes you right to the page where you can get the deal for $99. The bacon wrap filet mignon, my favorite, and also we're going to be crushing the hot dogs this weekend. The Jumbo Franks. Yeah.
Might as well. And who can resist promo code Pat?
Right. Finally. The easiest name to type into anything is the first time a promo code Pat.
So yeah, check it out. omahasteaks.com, the search bar at the top, just start typing Pat and you'll see it right there.
I love it.
A ton of money, less than $100 and get a ton of stuff. Like 21 things are in there, plus free Omaha steak burgers, 8 of them.
Yes.
Yum. Good stuff.
Do it today. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening to our podcast. You can subscribe, rate, review, all that kind of stuff wherever you get your podcasts. And then you can also find it at hurryatmedia.com on their little network page there as well. Thank you guys. Thanks to Centris.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.